one where
Lady K, are you ready?
I know she ready.
Key, are you ready? Bayou Diva, let them know that you're ready.
It's Thursday night, they at it again. You got it locked into the ladies then. It's Lady K, Kiki too, plus the Bayou Diva. You know how they do. From breaking news to favorite foods. See what's poppin' in the city, hot topics too. Advice for your issues if you need to grab a tissue. Just wait till a break, they may say something that'll fit you. Amazing guests live on set. You can laugh to your heart's content. They appreciate the love cause it's truly a blessing. My name's Saga Boss and I approve this message.
Ain't no room for hating, enjoy the entertainment. You are locked in to the ladies' den. So there's no confusion, they love what they're doing. You are locked in to the ladies' den.
The Ladies Den, Thursday nights, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell them Saga sent you.
wait a minute, we're not out on the patio, is we?
Oh no, I'm not.
Oh,
It's too
okay.
hot. Girl, it's 100 degrees out here.
What?
Yes, it's too hot to be outside. I wish I could.
Oh my God.
If I had a ceiling fan out there, I would. But no.
Well,
I mean,
what's up, y'all? Girl, listen.
Come on, y'all.
It's hot here too. But y'all, welcome to the Ladies Den, man. Listen, I feel like we've been MIA because my birthday was last week and I was partying and I ain't feel like talking to y'all because I wanted to relax. and so on and so forth. But we're back. We're back.
We back.
And as you guys know, we still do the same thing. Every week we feature a different beverage, a drink, or what have you. I just took a nursing assignment. I was not supposed to start until next week. I was packing my bags today to leave to go to New Orleans this weekend for my 35th class reunion.
Yeah.
And I got a phone call and said, why you ain't in orientation today? Because you start work tomorrow. I do what, baby? Like what had happened?
So you supposed to be gone.
No. It's actually here in Georgia.
Okay. But I mean,
it's in Snellville, which means it's still past my limit, so I still get all the benefits of travel.
You still get per diem and stuff.
Everything. So I said all of that to say I am drinking some tea because your girl got to be at work at 6 a.m., not getting up at 6 a.m., got to be on the floor at 6 a.m. So I am drinking some green apple mint and tea. Okay, that's it for me tonight. I don't know what nobody else drinking, but this is it for me. That's all I can drink. That's it.
That sounds good though. For real.
So what are you drinking, Zia?
So I don't know how much of this I'm gonna actually drink because I've been having some issues. But in this cup is a concoction.
Oh Lord.
Some cran peach juice,
Mm-hmm.
and just a little bit of Tito's. A little bit of Tito's. Not too much.
Just like a drop of Tito's, just a little drop of Tito's.
Just a drop. Yeah, I actually just signed up with like a personal trainer and
all right now.
Eat right, and then been dealing with some. I'm just gonna be real, but my fibroids is trying to act up. So,
oh Lord,
I'm actually coming home on a vacation, rotation, whatever wording you want to use, and I gotta go and get an ultrasound and a biopsy, so we can see what's really going on up in there. So I ain't trying to drink nothing like that.
I got you. I got
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Girl, listen. I was
So
about to
yeah.
get. I'm glad I didn't leave last night because I was supposed to leave yesterday.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and yeah. So I ain't going. I can't go. I'm gonna miss it again. I done missed it 3 years in a row, and I'm like, I'm going. I'm going. But yeah,
Well,
I have to be at the workplace in the morning at 6 a.m. Piedmont, Snellville. Yes, I'll see y'all. That part. That part, honey.
money
The
talks,
money talks and the BS to keep it walking.
girl. Okay.
So yeah, man, listen, we got a lot going on. We got a lot coming up. We got the TLA Ageless Beauty Fashion Show coming up. We've got the mental health retreat coming up. I have a back to school health fair, back to school drive-in health fair coming up.
Right.
Yeah, just got a lot of stuff coming up. We'll talk about that a little later in the show.
Mhm.
But for the first topic, now
Mhm.
before we do this,
What's that? What we doing?
did we have to get permission to show this video?
Which one is that?
The one with the conversation with the girl, the guy talking to the girl about the stepchild?
Mm,
Not that one, right? I think we have to get permission when it's like another podcast or something like that.
yeah. Yeah. We should be okay with that one.
Okay. So basically, before we show the video, right?
Mhm.
Well, first of all, how your day was, girl? Let's get into the days of what's going on. How you liking being out in Cali, California?
It's right.
No
Knows how to party.
party.
It's
Hey.
growing on me. It's growing on me. My only thing is I have a neighbor upstairs
Uh-huh.
that it's her and her toddler,
Uh-huh.
and they like to stomp. They like to
Mm.
stomp throughout back and forth through their abode. And they have no respect. I actually did a complaint on them, and they in turn did a complaint on me because I took my broom handle and tapped on my ceiling.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, how you gonna complain about me tapping on the ceiling and you ain't telling why I was tapping on the ceiling? It's because your ass is stomping back and forth, you and your kid.
They did what? The nerve.
I'm like, whatever. Other than that, I'm loving it. I can't even lie. I'm loving it. If I could afford to get a house out here and just have one out here and just visit from time to time, I would. I really would. I would go closer to the water though, because we're inland where I am.
Oh, okay.
The water. Yeah, I would
I
go
looked
close.
at a nursing assignment in San Francisco. They had one in San Francisco and one in San Diego.
Now
So
that would be nice.
yeah, the San Diego one I'm looking at after this one, but yeah. I was like, oh, San Diego, San Francisco. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
San Francisco is literally an hour ferry ride from. I'm in Sacramento, from where I am. I can take the ferry and go over there and visit and hang out a little bit. It's like 2 hours driving if I was to get on the road or whatever. But anyway, that would be nice though.
Hold on. Yeah.
That would
Oh
be
God,
nice.
wait, hold on. Yes, it would be. All right, I'm sorry. Just working. But y'all, so listen, there are a couple of topics that I wanted to talk about tonight.
Okay.
Nisa had been posting a couple of topics in our ladies didn't chat, like a couple of videos that you posted, but one, I think I posted this one about the stepdad. So it's about, I showed you the picture, right? It's the guy and the lady in the car.
Hold on.
It's, I think she got on like a pink or purplish looking shirt or something like that. It's in the Lady Jane group.
I'm going to it now.
Yeah, so I really wanted to talk about that one first because I have questions for people. Hopefully some more people come on that about step parents. Is there a limit to what you allow your step parents to say or to do with your children? Because in this particular video, the gentleman had just asked the young lady to go, hey babe, to go and clean her room, and she told him, "You ain't my daddy." But she didn't even say it like that. She said, you ain't my damn daddy, or you ain't my goddamn daddy, or something like that. So, then he gets into the car with the mom, and she's saying, "Oh, well, you not her daddy. Ain't no lie in it." But he, then he went on to say, "But I'm taking care of her. I'm doing more than what her dad is doing. And I know I'm not her dad, but all I ask is for her to respect me." And the mom was like, "Well, you're not going to be talking to her any kind of way because you're not her daddy. But I'm taking care of her. Like, I know I'm not her daddy, but I am taking care of her. Her daddy is not in her life."
Right.
And so you feel like her talking to me like that is acceptable. And the mom feels like it's acceptable. So, my question to the people that's going to be watching tonight is, what are the limits to how you let a step parent address your kid? Like, what's what? Like, how, what would you have to say if this was your child? And how would you handle the situation? So yeah, I really feel like this needs to be talked about because you can go, you can play the video if you want to. Go ahead and play it, baby.
Okay.
Let's see.
Here we go.
Did you clean your room like I told you this morning? No. Well, go in there and clean your motherfucking room then. No, you ain't my damn daddy. Who the fuck you think you talking to like that? You better get your man in there and clean your damn room. I'm gonna tell your motherfucking mama on you too with your fast ass. Shit crazy as hell, man. What happened? Man, you need to talk to your motherfucking daughter too. For what? She's so-called going off on me early, telling me I ain't her goddamn daddy. I see no lie told. You ain't her daddy. What? First of all, what you say to her for her to be going out? That besides the motherfucking point. I'm a grown ass man. She's a fucking kid. I don't give a fuck. She has human rights just like you. So no, she don't have no motherfucking human rights in my motherfucking house. She don't pay no bills. She don't feed herself nor clothe her goddamn self. What you say to her? I don't feel I owe you an explanation. For the simple fact, man, I'm not finna explain shit to you and justify why you feel your daughter had the right to talk to me like that. Did you got me fucked up. Did you talk to her? I told your daughter to clean her motherfucking room. Okay, and what she say? She told me I ain't her goddamn daddy. You lied. I know, okay. But yeah, I'm taking care of her goddamn ass. Something her actual dad ain't doing. So what? So you tell me how is that justifiable? If she ain't in that motherfucker, man, abiding by the rules like any other kid, to where, man, when I ask her something, she gonna give me this type of lip action.
Man, listen, you and your kid get the fuck out of my
We ain't
motherfucking
going
shit.
nowhere.
The fuck is
You
you
ain't
talking
finna
about?
be sitting up there.
I ain't justifying. You ain't finna justify none of that,
talking to
boo.
my child on any type of
This is
way.
a kid.
Just because you talk to your kids like that, that don't mean you need to talk to mine like that. I don't talk to my daughter the way you talk to my daughter.
This is why, man, I never cared to fuck with a woman with kids, man. Cause y'all got little to no respect for stepfathers. That's why the daddy ain't in her fucking life now.
Man,
Cause
her
you
daddy
the
there
fucking
when
problem.
she was a kid. That don't got
You the
nothing to do
fucking
with nothing.
issue. I guarantee you, dude try to step up and be a daddy, but because your motherfucking bullshit ass parenting skills, you wouldn't allow that man to do what he's supposed to do. And that's why her motherfucking ass got the attitude she got now.
No, it's not.
That's why she
No,
got the
it's
attitude, because
not.
she a chip off the old fucking block. You the fucking problem,
No,
man.
I'm not no problem.
Cause you got me fucked up.
Nah, you just don't need to talk to her no any
I
kind
told
of
her I
way.
don't know fuck I want to talk to. I'm a grown ass man, and I pay bills in that bitch.
But you still not finna sit up
Fuck
there
is
and
you
talk to her
talking
no
about?
any kind of way.
I ain't talk to her no any kind of way. When she didn't do it when I asked her to, then I got aggressive. First of all, she the one started
And why
with
you
the
getting
attitude.
aggressive with a little girl?
Because that's how I operate.
Nah, you don't need to operate like
You
that.
don't, you want me to beat her motherfucking ass?
You ain't gonna touch her.
Well, motherfucker, you keep fucking talking, I'm gonna touch your motherfucking
Nah,
ass.
you ain't gonna touch me.
Fuck is you
nor her.
talking about? You got me fucked up.
You ain't gonna touch me nor her.
Shit.
I bet the cops come lock your ass up. You keep on
I
playing
got
with
bail
me and
money.
my child.
I got bail money.
I don't give a damn.
Fuck is you
Bet you
talking
won't do
about?
nobody else child
Matter
like
of fact,
that.
y'all can roll.
Ain't nobody going nowhere.
Y'all can fucking roll.
Yeah.
Fuck is you talking
Just
about?
learn how to talk to my daughter with some
Learn how to
respect.
talk to no
Put some-
motherfucking.
put
Your
some
kids
respect
better
on
learn
her
how to
name.
respect her at that.
Put some respect.
Somebody
my
gonna
child,
kick her motherfucking
child-
ass and
My
yours.
child don't disrespect no
Tough
adult
ass
unless
nigga.
they sitting up there disrespecting
Oh,
her.
tough ass.
You
You
got
ain't
shit
nothing
to
but
do
a
with
nigga
shit.
with pink on. You ain't nothing but a nigga in pink.
And you,
Fuck you talking about?
What?
All right, she's pulling in. Let's see.
Okay. So many things wrong in this scenario. Because
Well,
first of all,
okay, no, go ahead. You tell me what's wrong.
why is he cussing at that kid like that? And maybe it's just my upbringing. Adults to kid conversations don't include all them cuss words.
But he
You
didn't
didn't
curse
know-
at her at first. He asked her to go clean her room. Now, when she
And
said,
she
"You ain't my
no.
goddamn daddy,"
No,
that's
she
when
did
he
not.
said,
No, she didn't. No, and that's the other thing I'm gonna say. He lied on her. She said, "You ain't my damn daddy," only after he said, "Go clean your motherfucking room." There was no cursing at first. He said, "Did you clean your room?" She said no. Boom, he started cussing. Why? Why is that your automatic response? You all of a sudden you gonna start cussing at a kid? So she met him with the same. I don't think she shouldn't have done that, but she met him with the same energy that he came at her with.
Yeah, but he's still an adult. I don't agree with that at all.
He is still an adult, and as an adult, that shouldn't be your automatic reaction. The kids say, "No, I didn't do something." Well, go clean your motherfucking room. Well, wait a minute. Why are you cussing? And why are you yelling your voice? That little girl said no. Just like that. She had an attitude that was wrong.
You need to play that again. Play that again, because yeah, you need to play that again but first and foremost, what she said was beyond disrespectful.
Who?
The little girl. She's still. I don't care what he said to her. She's still a child.
See, coming from an upbringing where as a kid, I encountered some mean ass, ugly spirited adults, and that whole upbringing of no matter what, you still a child. You ain't finna sit up here. I don't care if I am a kid. You're not gonna talk to me any kind of way. I'm still human.
But you're still a kid. So then that's when you go to the parent and let the parent address it.
Well, she wasn't there.
But it's still, you tell your mother. You tell your mother you are still a child. But still. Yeah, but
Your
still, I feel
motherfucking
like,
kid
yeah,
said what motherfucking, and she said I
I
ain't your
still feel
goddamn
like,
daddy. He lied.
She didn't even say goddamn. She said you ain't my damn daddy. She shouldn't have said that, but still, I'm like, the whole thing is just screwed up from the beginning because he led the energy. He came in with some aggressive cussing, and the kid just responded the same way he came at her. I don't blame her. I ain't gonna sit back and be soft while you yelling at me and cussing at me. Like, don't do that. Let's have a conversation. Don't do that and then expect somebody to be like, oh, I'm sorry. No, you're not gonna punk me. And then you're gonna go and talk to her mama any kind of way. Ain't nothing but nigga in pink. Are you, sir? Who hurt you?
now the way he talked to the mom was crazy, but
And then she said, you talk to your kids like that, but I don't talk to mine like that. So that means he talked to everybody just like that. That means that's how he was brought up. That's dead wrong, and shame on the folks that did that to him. Throw the whole thing away. Throw everybody away and start over. Throw it all away and start over. I don't like it.
you know, I still feel like she's a child,
She is.
and I don't give a damn if he cursed at her. She shouldn't have said "damn daddy." She's still a child.
Room.
She's still, hey, she's still a child. I would have gone to my mom and say, hey, ma, look, this is what he said, and he hurt my feelings. I didn't like it. I didn't do whatever. And she's still a child, because one thing she has to realize too, he's still an adult. You have to respect your elders. She's going to pay for that little sentence just like he going to pay. But she's still a kid. She's still a kid.
She is a kid. So you talk to the kid like she's a kid, not like she's some kind of adult. You gonna clean your motherfucking room because that's it. Sir.
But listen, you got to think about this too. What? We don't know how many times he done already asked her to clean the damn room. So he's asking her, did you clean your room? So we don't even know what happened prior to that.
But that doesn't mean that's the way he needs to respond.
I still feel like she's a child. And
she is a child.
But she shouldn't have said what she said to him. Period.
She shouldn't have said and that's why the mama was like, well, what did you say to her if she don't do that?
Yeah, but that's the mama. That's the mama.
Got a nephew just like that. I know my nieces and nephews, if somebody come to me and say such and such did such and such and such, and I already know that kid is mild-mannered unless you buck up to them, my first question is, well, what did you say? Because that's not their regular personality. So what happened? Tell me the whole story.
But you know what? That mama, though, she, like he said, she'll chip off the block just like the mama. Because the mama ain't too, I don't know.
So you telling me if somebody came at you, if that was you and somebody else she was dating, not V, somebody else, and they came this is when your kids was younger, and they came at your kids and talked to them crazy, way different than you talked to them, communication was wrong, and they get in the car, you need to talk to your motherfucking kids because I said this and they said that, and you already know your kid don't even act like that unless something else had to happen. You telling me you wouldn't be like
the wrong person because my kids. You asked the wrong person because my kids is like their mama.
But not automatically.
No, they weren't when they were smaller. But the thing about it, had it happened, I wouldn't have expected my kids to respond like she did. I expected them to come to me, let me know what happened, and let me handle the situation. Now, if it happened again, you on your own. You're on your own. Because if I talk to you and said, hey, listen, the way you address my child, I don't like it. Could you please not do it again? Because they came to me and they told me what you said. Now, if I address that situation and then my children come to me again, then we got a problem. And see, that's why I wanted to talk about this, because what is the limit? She can say all she want, but like he said, I'm taking care of her. I'm paying the bills. The daddy ain't doing shit. All he wanted was the respect of her not saying you ain't my damn daddy. But the first thing the mama said, well, ain't no lie in it. I don't give a fuck if it ain't no lie in it.
I
I'm
agree
still
that she was
taking care
wrong
of
for
her,
that.
so I demand respect.
We agree on that. She shouldn't have, the kid shouldn't have cussed and the mama shouldn't have said that. But the thing is, if he's the dude, if that's his house, they sound like they live with him. I need him to come with a different way of leadership. His leadership skills suck. Because he's
But his
like,
leadership
can
skills
do
suck
a
on that
say this
video though,
because
Lisa.
I pay the bills. Huh?
I said, but his leadership skills suck on this little part. We don't know what he been dealing with from them. You know what I'm saying? We only seeing a part. And from what it sounds like, it's always some shit between them because they can't even have a decent conversation, them two.
But the way their conversation went in this, and of course this video looks staged, first of all, but the way the conversation went, it looks like they are that toxic ass couple that's just the way that they communicate. So the rest of us just kind of sit back and be like, well, apparently that's how y'all talk to each other, because
apparently
I would just be kind of sitting back, just looking like, okay, this is interesting.
But there are women out there, like I know one, who kids have a step dad. Mm-hmm. So, anybody out there listening, y'all, I need some answers. Like, what are the limits to a step parent with your kids? Now, I can say for me, like with me and B, when I first met B don't have no kids. Mm-hmm. And as a person, I feel like as a person who doesn't have kids, they can't really address certain situations with a person who has kids. Right, they're not going to do things that you would do as a person that have kids. Right. So, but as far as step parenting, I let V could chastise them. She could. V's not a parent like me. Like she had to hold me back most of the time from kicking their ass. So she's just not that type a parent. So but just like regular people, you still have to have boundaries. But you do have to have boundaries. But as a step parent, you want to feel like you're involved in that child's life or in that person's life. So you want to be able to say certain things and do certain things without it being like, oh, well, you ain't my daddy. Yeah, I ain't your daddy, but I'm taking care of you like your daddy because he ain't doing nothing. I'm paying all the bills. I'm taking care of you. I'm taking care of your mama. But, for me, it just seems like he was just asking for a little respect. And first of all, all she had to say was no. Even if she wanted to say you are my daddy, all she had to do was say, well, you're not my daddy. Now you ain't my damn daddy.
Well, because he said something, go clean your motherfucking room. Like, what you want?
But that was after he had asked already. So I'm still up in the air. Well, I ain't up in the air about it. I don't give a damn what he said. He's still the adult. So when your mama told you, Nisa, go clean your room, and you ain't go clean that room, and then she tell you, Nisa, didn't I tell you go? I ain't gonna use you. I could use me. My mama done told me, didn't I tell you go clean that room? I said, yeah, all right, Mom. And then she'll come back and say, didn't I tell you clean that damn room? So what? I mean, but I ain't gonna say you ain't my damn mama. What? But we don't know how many times he's already asked to clean the room. So again, like my question are to the people that's watching, like, what are the limits that you allow your step parents to do with your kids, to chastise your kids, to talk to your kids in a certain way? Because a lot of times these step parents are the ones that's taking care of the kids because the parents is working. And that's on the male and the female side.
True. That's true.
Sometimes these men are taking care of these kids because they're getting home before the real mamas are. The stepdads, they're getting home first, so they're taking care of the kids. And then vice versa. The women are getting home first, but they taking care of your kids until you get home.
Yeah, you
So
get
what
home.
are the limits? Like, for me, it's just she's a child and she never should have said. I don't care what he said to her. That should have never came out her mouth. And the mom is condoning what she said. Now, she could have rightly said, yes, it's true. You're not her dad, but I will talk to her about the way she spoke to you. So she already a problem because she's like, it ain't no lie in it. Well, you not her daddy. So that's just a couple that don't need to be together. Because she's already making it seem like you're not her daddy, so you ain't gonna be talking to her crazy. Yeah, but I'm raising her, I'm buying for her, I'm doing for her, and all I ask is for respect.
Yeah. My cousin is on here. Hey, cousin Barbara, representing the Rose M. Turkney Cancer Network Incorporated. She said the parent with the children has to clear up what's the guidelines before connecting in the same household. Respect on both sides at all times, which I definitely agree to that. That should be the basis. That should be the foundation.
A1.
That should definitely
Wait, what you say, Nisa?
Huh?
What you said? Say that again. I'm sorry. I was answering somebody. What you say?
The comment, my cousin said the parent with the children has to clear it up, has to clear up what the guidelines are before connecting in the same household. Respect on both sides at all times. So I was saying, yeah, the foundation should be, y'all need to sit down and have a discussion. If we gonna all live together, you got kids, I got kids, how are we gonna, get together and raise them? Because like you were just saying, sometimes it's the step parent that's raising these kids because of however the household is set up. But yeah.
Yeah, but you can, but how can you, I mean, guidelines for connecting in the household. So what, I mean, that first of all, it shouldn't, for me, no guidelines should have to be set. You're a fucking child.
You have to. No, you have to. But see, no, you have to have
that's how you raise your kids. Because if you raise your kids with respect, morals, and values, then we wouldn't even be having this conversation about this video. Because if that is instilled in your kids, when you bring them to another household, that will follow them. So for me, she didn't raise her child with no respect, no morals, and no values when it comes to an adult. Period. You shouldn't have to say, okay, well, we about to move into this house, so here's the guidelines. That's bullshit. You raise them up the right way, learn how to respect their elders, have morals, have values, and have respect for themselves, then you wouldn't even have to go through this because it's going to go with you as you go. That's all I'm saying. And like somebody said, like she said, respect on both sides at all times. Yes, and that shouldn't even have to be said. That shouldn't even have to be said.
That part,
because I guarantee you, this toxicity right here been going on. It was going on probably before they even moved together.
That's what I'm saying. Like a conversation should have happened before they combined. It sounds like his kids do not live with him or whatever, but her kids do. So before y'all get together, if everybody got kids, you got to talk, you got to have a conversation about what's going to happen. How's the discipline going to go? What, instead of just walking up in there and say, oh, you got kids. Okay, well, I'm going to talk to your kids the way I talk to mine. And you don't know nothing about it. Like a conversation has to happen. It's not an automated thing. Hey, Kia. What's up, baby sis?
Yeah, I mean,
that's we human. You
we
can't
are,
to
but
throw a kid in
don't
there
know.
and be like, and they're gonna automatically be like, oh well, that's an adult. So I'm just gonna go and just do, even though that's my mama's boyfriend, I'm just gonna do whatever. Cause what if he, mess around and tell her to do something that ain't right? Then what? Well, that's the adult. He told me to do it, so I had to do it.
Well, see, I don't know. I just have this thing about disrespectful kids. It eats
But she
in
wasn't
my
disrespectful.
soul. Yes, what she said was disrespectful.
She responded to him and his
But
energy.
it doesn't matter, Nisa. That is still disrespectful from a child going to an adult. We're not going to agree on that. That is disrespectful, period. You know, when we was young and we said the word damn, we almost got our head knocked off. That is disrespectful.
Called her in there and he started it.
Now you sound like two little kids. He started it. The hell that means?
He called her in their room. Okay, I'm finna play it.
Yeah, play that, baby. Because
did you clean your room like I told you, morning?
No.
We're going there clean your room.
Right there. Stop it right there.
Are you with my damn daddy?
What the fuck you think?
Now stop it. I told you. He asked her. He said, "Did you clean your room like I asked you to?" He said, "Why you ain't clean your room?" He had not cursed yet. He asked her, "Why you didn't clean your room?" He said, "'Cause you ain't my damn daddy."
No, she said
rewind
no.
it. No, ma'am. Rewind it. No, rewind it.
Hey, Lord, did you clean your room like I told you, morning?
No.
We're going there clean your motherfucking room then.
Are you with my damn daddy?
Who the fuck you think you talking to like that? You better get your hand there and clean your damn room.
Bottom line, he asked her already to go and clean her room. She didn't go, so he asked her again.
But I'm saying, like, she said no.
She's still a child, Nisa. She is still a child. And that's what's wrong with these kids today. They feel like they can say whatever they want to adults. I don't give a damn. She is still a child. No matter what he said to her, she's still a child. She is still a child. And that's just my thought. She's still a child. No matter what he said. First of all, he asked you already. And you didn't go. So he asked you again, did you clean the room like I asked you to? Go clean the motherfucking room. You ain't my damn daddy. Oh, okay. So that's what she good, because I'd have bat the piss out of me. And then I'd have told her, go get your mom.
My sister said, oh, wow, you can tell they don't have a good relationship. Christian, which is my oldest nephew, would never talk to Bernard like that. Bernard is not his biological dad, but he has raised him from, you might as well say that's his daddy. No, he would never say, he wouldn't say that to Bernard. Rara wouldn't say it to Michael. Jaden wouldn't, like, nobody would say it to, because
guess what? Because you know why? She raised them with respect. She raised them with respect, with values, morals, and all of that. And she's an adult. He's an adult.
Yeah. Does Mike or Bernard talk to any of the kids the way this dude just talked to this little girl on here? Thank you. He didn't have to cuss at her. Apparently, it's something that's been going on. Okay.
That part right there. It's something that's been going on. And the thing about it is, she should have cleaned the goddamn room when he asked her the first time. He shouldn't have to come back and ask her again.
There you go with the goddamn.
But I mean, she should have cleaned her room. Period.
She should
but
have.
She still should not have cursed. Listen. Miss Joyce say, I agree. He shouldn't have cursed at her.
Right.
But she still shouldn't have said what she said disrespectful, whether he cursed or not. That's the whole point I'm trying to make. Not that he should be able to talk to her any kind of way, but the bottom line is He's the adult. He paying all the bills to give you a roof over your head, buying your clothes, put food on your table. You should not be talking to that man that way. I don't care what he said. He's still an adult. Respect your elders. You know how many times an old person has said something to me and I want to curse them out, but I didn't because they're elders. They're older people. And some people might say, well, she said damn, but damn is still a curse word. And it's coming from a child. She disrespected her elder. She's gonna see it. I just feel like she was disrespectful, whether he cursed at her or not, or whatever. And my question to the people that's watching is like, what are your limits? Like, how would you have handled it? What some people, I know some people don't let their step parents tell their kids nothing.
Right.
And they are rude. They feel so entitled. And she felt something had to happen where she felt like she could talk to him that way. Something had to happen where she felt like she could tell him, you ain't my damn daddy. And from the mama, the way she talking, she probably done told her, you ain't got to worry about it. He ain't your damn daddy.
And she probably said that in front of the child, which is
but that's what I'm saying.
That was even said. But I'm saying like they all bringing the same energy. They all bringing the same energy.
They are, but I still feel like the little girl shouldn't have cursed at him. She shouldn't have.
The little girl cussing because he cussing, and then you got the mama that's talking about, well, it ain't no lie told. Ma'am, don't say that. That's not. It's everybody got a problem. Everybody, but I think if of course, apparently that's his personality. But if he hadn't cussed at her, then she wouldn't even said that. You ain't my damn dad. She probably would have just said, well, you ain't my daddy.
Started back and let's watch the whole video. And I want the viewers to comment on what y'all think is really going on with this situation.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, Lauren, did you clean your room like I told you, Lauren?
No.
We're going there and clean your motherfucking room then.
No, you ain't my damn daddy.
Who the fuck you think you talking to like that? You better get your in there and clean your damn room. I'm gonna tell your motherfucking mama on you too with your fast ass.
That's fast.
Shit crazy as hell, man.
What happened?
Man, you need to talk to your motherfucking daughter too.
For what?
She's so-called going off on me early, telling me I ain't her goddamn daddy.
She didn't say goddamn.
I see no lie told. You ain't her daddy. What? First of all, what you say to her for her to be going out?
That besides the motherfucking point. I'm a grown ass man. She's a fucking kid. I don't give a fuck.
She has human rights just like you. So
no, she don't have no motherfucking human rights in my motherfucking house. She don't pay no bills. She don't feed herself nor clothe her goddamn self.
There you go.
What you say to her?
I don't feel I owe you an explanation. For the simple fact, man, I'm not finna explain shit to you and justify why you feel your daughter had the right to talk to me like that.
Did you talk to her aggressively? Did you talk to her?
I told your daughter to clean her motherfucking room.
Okay, and what she say?
She told me I ain't her goddamn daddy.
You lied.
I know, okay. But yeah, I'm taking care of her goddamn ass. Something her actual dad ain't doing. So what? So you tell me how is that justifiable? If she ain't in that motherfucker, man, abiding by the rules like any other kid, to where, man, when I ask her something, she gonna give me this type of lip action. Man,
exactly,
listen, you and your kid get the fuck out of my motherfucking shit.
Nowhere.
The fuck is you talking about?
You ain't finna be sitting up there.
I ain't justifying. You ain't finna justify
none of that. You're not finna be talking to my child on any type of way. Just because you talk to your kids like that, that don't mean you need to talk to mine like that. I don't talk to my daughter the way you talk to my daughter.
This is why, man, I never cared to fuck with a woman with kids, man. Cause y'all got little to no respect for stepfathers. That's why the daddy ain't in her fucking life now.
Cause
you the fucking problem.
She was a kid. That don't got
you
nothing
the fucking
to do with
issue.
nothing.
I guarantee you, dude try to step up and be a daddy, but because your motherfucking bullshit ass parenting skills, you wouldn't allow that man to do what he's supposed to do. And that's why her motherfucking ass got the attitude she got now.
No, it's not.
That's why she got the attitude, because she a chip off the old fucking block. You the fucking problem, man.
I'm not no problem.
Cause you got me fucked up.
Nah, you just don't need to talk to her no any
I
kind
talk
of
to her
way.
the fuck I want to talk to. I'm a grown ass man, and I pay bills in that bitch.
But you still
That's
not
right.
gonna sit
Fuck
up there
is
and
you
talk to
talking
her no
about?
any kind of way.
I ain't talk to her no any kind of way. When she didn't do it when I asked her to, then I got aggressive. First of all,
Right.
she don't
And why you getting
attitude.
aggressive with a little girl?
Because that's how I operate.
Nah, you don't need to operate like
You
that.
don't, you want me to beat her motherfucking ass?
You ain't gonna touch her.
Well, motherfucker, you keep fucking talking. I'm gonna touch your motherfucking
Nah,
ass.
you
what I'm
ain't
talking
gonna
about?
touch me,
What is you
no.
talking about?
See what I'm talking about?
You got me
The
fucked
fuck?
up.
You ain't gonna touch me nor her.
Shit.
I bet the cops come lock your ass up. You keep on
I
playing
got
with
bail
me and
money.
my child.
I got bail money.
I don't give a damn.
Fuck is you
Bet you
talking
won't do
about?
nobody else child
Matter
like
of
that.
fact, y'all can roll.
Ain't nobody going nowhere.
Y'all can fucking roll.
Yeah.
Fuck is you talking
Just
about?
learn how to talk to my daughter with some
Learn how to
respect.
talk to no
Put some-
motherfucking.
put
Your
some
kids
respect
better
on
learn
her
how to
name.
respect her adult.
Put
There
some
you
respect.
go.
Somebody gonna kick her motherfucking
child-
ass and
My
yours.
child don't disrespect no
Tough
adult
ass
unless
nigga.
they sitting up there disrespecting
Oh,
her.
tough
Hey.
ass.
You
You
got
ain't
shit
nothing
to
but
do
a
with
nigga
shit.
with pink on. You ain't nothing but a nigga in
Exactly.
pink.
And you,
Fuck you talking about?
No. No. She got on the pink shirt. He's saying she ain't nothing but a nigga in pink. So I agree with Miss Joyce. She said that's it. The mom is enabling the daughter to be disrespectful. And that's the
She
only
is.
point I was trying to make.
I will.
No
I
matter
will
what
agree
that
with that.
man said, she's still a child and she was disrespectful.
Point blank period.
Kia said she should have cleaned her room. I agree. But kids don't like to clean their rooms. I tell my kids about it all the time. I would have
They
went
do.
crazy if my child talked to me like that. If the
Right.
step parent can't say anything or discipline, and she heard that before kids act how they are being
They're
taught
being
at
taught
home.
to do.
But
Mhm.
why are they recording this? The
It's
mom
staged.
needs to, he's checked, she's raising her child the wrong way. If I was him, I would have definitely leave. Get out questions. Are they serious or playing? Yeah.
It's staged because there was
it's
even a
staged,
blip in
but
there.
it looked like it's staged, but it's
It's
still
staged. But
a
it's a
good
good
conversation.
It's definitely a good conversation.
You know,
It's a really good conversation.
and whether you know, I get you, Kia, whether they like to clean their room or not, I used to have to stay on mine to clean their room, but
Girl.
not that much. And my wife, who is not nothing to them at blood wise, they didn't mess with her and she didn't talk to them crazy. But the minute they tried to say something out of line, I would bat the piss out of them. You not gonna disrespect no adult, period. I don't care what they say to you. You let me handle it. You let me address another adult. And that's the thing I feel like is wrong with these kids today. These millennials and these Gen Zs think they can do what they want, say what they want, in front of who they want, to who they want, and they're just too disrespectful. Period.
They're different.
Another adult should address another adult. There is
But
no way
sound
that an
like-
adult should address a child unless
Right.
you on the street and some adult then approach you and then that's a totally different thing. But if you in a house with an adult that's taking care of you, doing everything for you, and things that your own daddy don't do, man, it's all about respect. Because like he said, her and her mama, both of them bitches will have to go.
Yeah, I agree. I agree that the whole like I said, throw everybody away, throw it all away, and start over because everybody's attitude is fucked up. Just point blank, period. But I don't agree. I guess maybe I'm more what's the word, triggered by his personality because I've dealt with some, abuse stuff like that on the not the physical, but just the verbal assault of it all.
Yeah.
I don't agree with a man. You're already a man, so you're already looked at as the stronger one anyway. You don't need to cuss at me. You don't need to do all of that. And you cussing at a kid, and then he pushed her, get your motherfucking ass in there and clean. You ain't gotta do all that. All you gotta do is raise his voice.
We didn't push her. He just put his hands on her shoulder.
No, he pushed her
and turned her around. But the thing about it is, I still feel like it. You know, she's still a kid, man. She's still a kid. And then they're just sold it. And like Kia said, she said all the time, these kids are really disrespectful. Back in the day, we wouldn't even think about talking back to an adult. We wouldn't even think about saying just what she said. I didn't say damn as a kid, got back in the mouth because I'm like, well, that's not a bad word. It's in the Bible. Yeah, I don't care if it's in the Bible. You're not going to say it.
Right.
You know, so I just feel like one thing my mama taught me is respect. My mama taught me respect myself, respect your elders, and respect people, period. And I feel like that was not done in this situation. She should have told her mom and let her mom address this nigga. Because they don't look like they have decent conversations anyway. But I just feel like she should have let her mom address the situation. She don't look like she no older than 11 or 12. So at that age, you should not be telling a grown person that you ain't my damn daddy. What?
But like Joyce was saying, that mama set that up. I can guarantee you that mama has said that to him in front of her plenty of times. Absolutely. That ain't your daddy, that ain't your child, blah, 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 blah. Like, you know, so that's where the kid got it from. I don't agree with the way that the whole scenario came out, but for me, because I've run into some evil ass adults that do shit to, like my nephew that Kia's talking about. We just had an issue with him, and I hope I don't mess nothing up by talking about it. But in school, evil ass teacher and some kids together lied on him and put some shit out there and got him in trouble. And personally, I've had evil ass adults lie on me just to try to get me in trouble because we were brought up in, you're a kid, you respect your adults, no matter what. So I got to sit back and be in trouble because this adult then lied on me. I don't like that. So when it comes to adults just acting crazy towards kids and it's uncalled for, I don't like it. But the little girl shouldn't have said, she shouldn't have talked back. She shouldn't have. But he shouldn't have led with that whole, go clean your motherfucking room. Yeah. With your fast ass. Sir.
But for him to say that, something has happened. Probably. And that's the whole thing. Something has happened for him to even feel like that. It's okay. We got him out of it. I knew my baby was telling the truth. Always listen to your kids.
Girl, they trying to mess with my nephew. I was so mad I couldn't do nothing about it. I was like, yeah.
Who's trying to mess with the nephew?
Girl, the teachers trying to put him in alternative schools, trying to mess. This is his like junior year, right, Kia? Junior year, senior year. Like he's almost done with high school. Like, don't wait till and it's a girl. Let me tell you what it's about. I'm about to tell Christian about to tell his business, Kia.
Oh,
girl,
Lord.
This little white girl. He got a girlfriend. Ben had a girlfriend for a long time. This little white girl called herself liking him. He's not paying her no mind. So she turned around and tried to get him in trouble and lied on him to one of the principals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the assistant principal. And they went through the whole process and took him out of regular school and put him in alternative school. But all the teachers over there know him, know he is a respectable kid, and was like, what you doing over here? And they told him what happened. It's like, nah, that ain't Christian. Something else happened. That don't even sound right. And the truth finally came out. But I'm just saying, like, some people, and there was an adult. Oh, yeah, they had video. That's right. They ended up with some proof. But the fact that there was an adult that went along with it without even trying to find out what really happened, again, that triggers me because you got these adults out here that will go against kids. Like, it's just weird as fuck.
Yeah, but listen, The only thing I agree with is you have to know your kid,
You do.
because these kids, some of these kids lie.
Some
So
do.
you really can't just
That's true, some do.
automatically say, "Oh, I'm going for the kid. I'm going for the kid." No, you can't automatically say that, especially if it's a child you don't really know. Now, if it's
Right.
your child, like I said, I used to tell people
Girl,
this all the time.
wow.
There is nothing that I'm going to say my kids are not going to do when I'm not around.
Wow. Yeah.
But one thing I do know, they ain't gonna kill nobody. They ain't gonna rob nobody. But they will, if self-defense, they're gonna do what they gotta do. Now, if you tell me you heard my child cussing, nothing, oh, I know they was, because their mama could cuss.
Well,
So
right,
I
depending on
would
where
be
you
like,
heard
you
them.
know what? I apologize. If they was
Right.
disrespectful, I'm apologize, but they should have apologized too. But if somebody tell me my kids cussing, I know they cussing because their mama can cuss. But anything else, yes, you always gotta, that's right, Kia. You got to check the facts, because some of these kids will lie just because they don't want the mama with somebody else, or they don't want the daddy with somebody else, and they will lie on that person just to make that person feel like, they don't, that they
To
did
break them
something
up.
wrong when they actually
Yeah.
didn't do anything wrong. So
Yeah.
you can't always believe what a child is saying. Again,
Yeah.
you have to know your child. Hey, Monique, how you doing? She say all kids manipulate until they're taught better. It's a stage that we have to. It absolutely is. They will manipulate some situations, and you'll be out of a man or a wife or a girlfriend because your kids say something and it was nothing that never happened. But because you want to believe your kid, you'll believe your kid, and you'll tell stuff up that wasn't nothing even wrong with.
Yeah, we've seen stories, and I know you probably have too, but where kids have gone as far as falsely claiming that another parent, and normally it's the dad, touched them inappropriately, and then the whole legal part will start, and that person almost gets tagged as an offender.
Yeah.
And then it turns out, well, she was lying. She did it because, she didn't want her mama to be with him or whatever. But yeah, that goes along with knowing when your kid is lying, research it, like my sister said. And yeah, Monique, they do go through that stage. They definitely do. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like these kids today, man, make you want to pop their head, boy. I'm telling you.
Some do,
The bottom line is, if the mother was teaching her right and raising her right, when that gentleman said, "Go clean your room," her room would have been clean, and we wouldn't even be talking. We wouldn't even be having this conversation.
Right.
We wouldn't even be having.
In that case, I want to know. I'm with him. Where is the daddy? How come he ain't around?
Well, but you heard what he said. The daddy was probably trying to do something, help or be a part of the kid's life, but it's because of you that he ain't around. He said that.
He did, but I now want to know where the daddy is. I need them to make another video to show us where the daddy is. We need to know why she's not with the daddy no more, and why everybody is so hostile. Because it's just they're giving hostility. It's just total hostility. I'm not understanding.
Yeah.
It don't have to be that way. It really don't. It don't.
So this goes along with this other video. Nisa, play the one about the girl that was saying about if don't ask the man where he's been if you ain't doing what you're supposed to do. So this actually can go along with the conversation we're talking about too.
Shit.
So it's a video. So we just got to kind of ease into the next conversation. It's a video. And this lady is saying that a woman should not question a man If he's going out and he's getting sex from somewhere else, if she's not giving him sex, he should be allowed to go out and be with somebody else. And you ain't got nothing to say. No, ain't not if he's your husband.
Oh, well, that's different.
But that's what she said. That's what.
Oh, she was talking about.
I want y'all to listen to this video. Cause no, sure. What you're not gonna do is, no, that's what you're not gonna do.
Let me. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Trying to make sure it starts at the beginning. Okay. Oh, Uncle Mo's birthday is tomorrow, Kia. FYI. All right. Let me see. I hope this starts at the beginning. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Guess what? Don't ask him where he's going. Don't ask him where you been. If you're not interested, cool. Let him go do his thing then. How dare you think that you just all that where, oh, I could just not give him some. Play them games with the right man. He got 5 other chicks in his phone book right now that's swinging from a shower curtain. Trust me. The most abusive thing a woman can do is to sit, make that man either be in a relationship with you, marry you, and then turn around and stop giving him what you promised. And there's no excuse. So if you're with somebody and they not giving it up, it's not cheating if you go get it from somewhere else, period. Because you went against the agreement first. That was you. I ain't signed up for this to be told no. He is then within his right to have another woman perform that duty that you didn't perform, especially if you're married. If you feel like you don't want to give it to him, guess what? Don't ask him where he's going. Don't ask him where you been. If you're not interested, cool. Let him go do his thing then. How dare you think that you just all that where, oh, I could just not give him some. Play them games with the right man. He got 5 other chicks in his phone book right now that's swinging from a shower curtain. Trust me. The most abusive thing a woman can do is to sit, make that man either be in a relationship with you, marry you, and then turn around and stop giving him what you promised. And there's no excuse. So if you're with somebody and they not giving it up, it's not cheating if you go get it from somewhere else, period. Because you went against the agreement first. That was you. I ain't signed up for this to be told no. He is then within his right to have another woman perform that duty that you didn't perform, especially if you're married. If you
okay. Monique said, I'm out on bond for this very reason. Please follow me at We Gotta Do Better. Feds are involved with my case because I exposed their injustices. Sad part is the adults have drug incidents, children into their mess, but God, just why? Let me tell you, that it's sad that all of that stuff is, going on. But this woman here, she is the reason why a lot of women probably wind up in jail.
I was with her until she said married. Because because we too old for boyfriend and girlfriend. If we are, friend, if we could, whatever, if we just a couple with no rings, to a certain extent, I kind of agree. Like if we've had the conversation or we started our relationship out and we getting it in, all of a sudden with no conversation, you decide to change. Why? Why are you changing? What happened? We didn't have that conversation. But if
then it's time for a conversation.
It's definitely time for a conversation. But if we married, that's a different platform. That what she said does not apply to marriage. If it's something going on in the marriage, I mean, it could be a medical issue. Like it could be anything. It could be anything either way. But if I'm married to you, that means I have like totally 100% commit. I got your last name type scenario. So no, nobody can go out and get it from nowhere else. We need to sit down and talk about it. For real, for real. The other thing is, I mean, if you just in a regular relationship, just break up. Y'all can just bye. We ain't got to be together no more. But then again, I'm different because I'm like, if I get to the point to where I want to cheat, it's time for me to go.
Yeah.
Because I'm having a conversation. I'm going to have the conversation with you. But if after the conversation nothing changes, I'm out.
But do you feel like because she said he is well in his right to go out, that it's not considered cheating?
It's still considered cheating because then you coming back home to me. And so it's cheating. We're not roommates.
So do you feel like he or she are well within their rights to go outside of your relationship?
To a certain extent, because if you're not married, you're single. But on the flip side of that coin, if you are to the point to where your only response is, well, she ain't giving it to me, so I'm gonna go out and get it from somebody else. Well, you go out there and get it from somebody else, and you stay out there. Because if that's your response, that lets me know how mature you are. You are not. You are immature. And I'm not talking about the singing group. Hello. You don't know how to respond correctly. You don't know how to sit down and have a conversation. What y'all think? My audience, who's out here, what y'all think? If you don't know how to respond as an adult, if your first thing is to go and just get with somebody else because you ain't getting it at home, then it's stay over there. Stay over there.
Yeah, I feel like it's a couple of things. For me, it would definitely have to be a conversation. But for me, it would have to be, if we're dating, it would have to be a conversation in the very beginning and not once we get into a relationship.
Yes.
But if we're married,
that's different. That's different.
We talking you gonna die. We're gonna have a funeral. Because that's what you're not gonna do is go out there and be with no other woman because somebody done told you within your rights because I didn't give you none. I mean, now it just depends on why you are not being intimate. What's the reason you stopped? Here's the conversation.
Yeah,
Monique said, I agree it's wrong to withhold intimacy only if they are married. When the man I used to call my husband and I was upset with him and didn't think he deserved me, I would tell him I'm in a fast. But if he couldn't wait and decided to check a black book, then he's cheating. Absolutely. There's no way around. If you married and you with somebody outside of your partner, you cheating, period. And I don't care if it's just a kiss, it's cheating.
No, what's worse before the kiss is the conversation you have with somebody else. That emotional cheating is way more dangerous than them laying up with them.
Right, but for her to say he's well within his rights because
no, he's not.
You not holding up to your end of the contract.
Exactly.
In the contract, it don't say I have to sleep with you. It don't say that in the contract. There is no in the marriage. On the marriage license, it does not say that. Oh, by the way, you have to have sex. It don't say that.
I mean, I'm trying to bang, but
it don't even say that in the vows.
It don't, but but a conversation has to happen. Like that's just, to me, that's just automatic. If we married, we decided to unite everything together, we need to have a conversation. What's wrong? How come you don't want to do it no more? For the woman, it could be something health. For the man, it could be something dealing with health. It could be anything. But if everybody just sitting over here like, ooh, I got a problem, I can't do it. Ooh, I got a problem, I can't do it. Well, we just not gonna do it. Okay, then everybody starts speculating. I wonder if, well, what if? Had a conversation.
But what if he's cheating? Yeah.
Right.
But
He
for
is not.
her-
Nobody's in their right to cheat. Nobody.
Yeah, but for her to just go and be like, oh well, if you ain't giving him none, he's got a right. No, 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 no. That's just not the way it works. It
I
has
don't
to be a
think so.
reason. It has to be a conversation.
Mm-hmm. Come on, clean up woman is a woman who, hey, girl, you gonna make me go to karaoke and sing clean up woman tonight.
You so crazy.
I'm feeling it, Monique. You done put that in the universe. I feel it in my spirit. But no, you're right. You sound like the cleanup woman. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and then for her to say, oh, he can come back. So no, he can't go out there and just sleep with somebody and come back because he feel like he ready.
Because now you gonna fuck up my pH balance, and I don't have time for that.
You so stupid.
I'm too old to be having to go, well, doctor, when I pee, it burns. I don't.
So now, so that conversation is gonna go with the one about play the one when the girl talks about emotional intelligence. So see, all these conversations are linking together right now.
Linked together. Okay.
Because now we're talking about the man and whether he's gonna cheat or not. So then when you talk about this question that this lady asked about emotional intelligence, if you got this kind of man, then he ain't going out there. No matter what's going on. And for me, intimacy is a big part of any relationship, but lack of intimacy shouldn't be the reason why you out there cheating.
Right. That shouldn't be. That's what I said. That shouldn't be your automatic response.
Your excuse to cheat.
That should not be your automatic response. Hold on. Let me
It's let me see which one it is. I just had it.
I messed around and went up too far, and
it's the one right under the man that was talking about his it's the one that says Alan Lawrence.
Excuse me. Okay, hold on. And why does he have a backup book in the first place? Child, listen.
Well, because most men don't throw away their black books. Just like, and you know, women either. Like, but for me, I never had a black book. I'm good with memorizing numbers. So any phone number that was important to me was in my memory.
Not you good with memorizing numbers.
Yeah, I'm very good. Yeah, I'm very good with memorizing phone numbers and numbers, period.
I used to be.
I mean, I might have a few numbers written down somewhere, but to actually have a book, I don't never recall even having a phone book. I never even recall doing that.
I still got it. It's packed up somewhere right now.
Look at you. Why are you holding on to your black book?
I had a book, baby. I had a book. Now, don't
if you was important to me, your number was here. I can remember. I can still remember my childhood phone number.
I know mine. It's out of order right now, but it's 836-9516. That's area code 409. That's in Brenham, Texas. That's my. I would know. And to be honest, I was talking to somebody else about that. Back in the day, all of our numbers were memorized. You know why? We had to go to a payphone. We had to keep some quarters in our pockets. Go to a payphone, and you needed to know immediately what number to dial.
What number to dial?
Today,
you ain't have time to be flipping through no phone book.
Nope.
Looking for no number. That's why I kept most of them up here.
But today, you asked me, I don't know nobody's number by heart.
Yeah, I don't know anybody's number by. Well, some of them I do.
I
do know a few by memory, but believe it or not, the few that I do know by memory are family members that have been having the same phone number for decades.
See, that's the thing. My family members, are they still on here, have changed their numbers. Okay. I'm the only one with a number that's 20 years old right now. So it's one family member that I still have up here because she has had her number for 50-something years, damn near.
Oh, wow.
So I remember it because it's a part of that memory. Okay, let me, I found it. I like this one. I like this one. And she's so on it. She's so on point. It's like you asking for something. Are you sure you want it? Are you ready?
Do you even understand what you asking for?
Exactly. Okay, this might start in the middle, and if so, we're just gonna let it loop. All right, here we go.
You ready for emotionally intelligent men?
Okay, let's talk about what emotional intelligence comes with before we even get into this conversation, okay? We're talking about you wanting a man who is tolerant, who regulates his emotions, who also knows how to manage your emotions. But you're also talking about a man who knows how to navigate his sensitivities and everything else when it comes to that. But you have to consider that an emotionally intelligent man is good at cutting people off when he sees that your sensitivities bring too much reactivity. When he sees that you cannot regulate your emotions. When he sees that you have a low tolerance. This type of man that you are asking for is a man who will walk you out the door in a heartbeat if he feels like you are disrupting his peace. If he feels like there's any level of disrespect, because there's a lot that comes with emotional intelligence. So if you asking for that, you got to come with the same level of emotional intelligence as well. Okay, that comes with a number of factors. So if you are a woman who knows that even though you may be sensitive to certain things like criticism, rejection, because you're not always going to be accepted. Sometimes he's going to bounce back. And sometimes he's going to say, I don't agree with your opinion. Sometimes he's going to say, I don't like those thoughts. Sometimes he's going to say, I don't like the way you speak to me. If you're not ready for that, don't be asking for an intelligent man.
Do you ladies feel like women are seriously ready?
Let me say again, one more time.
Men?
Okay, let's talk about what emotional intelligence comes with before we even get into this conversation, okay? We're talking about you wanting a man who is tolerant, who regulates his emotions, who also knows how to manage your emotions. But you're also talking about a man who knows how to navigate his sensitivities and everything else when it comes to that. But you have to consider that an emotionally intelligent man is good at cutting people off when he sees that your sensitivities bring too much reactivity. When he sees that you cannot regulate your emotions. When he sees that you have a low tolerance. This type of man that you are asking for is a man who will walk you out the door in a heartbeat if he feels like you are disrupting his peace. If he feels like there's any level of disrespect, because there's a lot that comes with emotional intelligence. So if you asking for that, you got to come with the same level of emotional intelligence as well. Okay, that comes with a number of factors. So if you are a woman who knows that even though you may be sensitive to certain things like criticism, rejection, because you're not always going to be accepted. Sometimes he's going to bounce back. And sometimes he's going to say, I don't agree with your opinion. Sometimes he's going to say, I don't like those thoughts. Sometimes he's going to say, I don't like the way you speak to me. If you're not ready for that, don't be asking for an intelligent man.
Baby.
So,
listen, this matter.
So, are women really ready for an emotionally intelligent man? And that's anybody. Because if I feel like you disrupt now, I feel like you disrupting my peace. You got to go, or I got to go. You know, but you have to learn. We as women, when it comes to the men thing, like she was saying, you have to understand that they might not like what you say. They might have different opinions, but you have to be emotionally intelligent enough to accept that as well. So, like she said, when you asking for this type of man, you got to be willing to bring all the same things that you asking from this man to him as well.
Exactly.
You know, because sometimes we women now we could be a little something, you know, to deal with. Yeah. But you still have to give that man the same respect.
Same respect.
And one thing I do know, I don't care. I mean, I ain't always been with a woman. I've dealt with men a lot. And one thing I do know, men hate a disrespectful woman.
Yes.
I don't care what he do, what he don't do, what he say, what he don't say. When you say it, it's a totally different thing. They look at you totally different. Men hate a disrespectful and a challenging woman.
Yep. Well, that's what Monique said. It's very challenging, which brings excitement. Iron sharpening iron. Because if you get in a relationship, you definitely want to get with somebody that's going to take you to the next level. Sometimes you might know some stuff that he don't know. Sometimes he might know some stuff that you don't know. And everybody's trying to just go up, and you trying to be, on the same level. Definitely. But they don't like, you know something that just never sat well with me. My aunt used to tell me back way when I was a kid. Because I used to be, this was before I developed rheumatoid arthritis. I was very athletic. My family made me competitive. I like to win.
Monique said they just had this conversation. Yeah.
But my aunt used to tell me if I played against a guy to let him win.
I'm too competitive for that.
Used to be like, that makes no sense to me. That it never made sense to me. But it's like because some men's egos are just not enough to allow a woman to win at whatever, if she happens to be better at that. And sad to say, but just like there's this situation that just happened where there was a young lady in Dallas that was playing, it was with a childhood friend. They were adults. They played basketball. She beat him. She was a basketballer, like she played. He went back to her house and he killed her because his ego was so fragile that it was too much for him. And it's like, okay. All right. So when you get to like challenging iron sharpening iron, like it's a little tricky. You got to figure out who you're dealing with and make sure,
But do you think that is asking too much of a man? A person, period. That was a lot what she said. Like it was a lot, but it wasn't a lot. But I think it's a lot for a man to have to go through all the things that she just said to be emotionally intelligent for a woman. But at the same token, you still have to bring the same things. You still have to be understanding. You still have to set your emotional things aside. You still need to be able to say, hey, babe, I don't like this. I don't like the way you said that. I don't like the way that make me feel. I don't like your tone. I don't like, you still have to be able to say those things. But in the interim, really, she can say that. But for me, a lot of men are not going to do that because they going to feel soft if they be like, well, you hurt my feelings. Well, I didn't like what you said. You don't find many men that's going to do that. They either, one of a few things, they either going to quit fucking with you or they don't want to be around you. But there aren't many men that's gonna out there that's gonna come and say, hey, listen, unless they really in love with you and y'all moving somewhere and he was raised right, then he can come to you and say, hey, babe, that's the conversation we had that day. I really didn't like it. It made me feel some type of way. I didn't like the way you were speaking to me, blah, blah, blah. But there's very few men that's gonna go to a woman and say that because they don't want that woman to feel like they're weak because she said something he didn't like it. But so it's like a double, for me, it's like a double-edged sword with the comment that she made, which I agree with it. But when you break it down, you got to really think about some of the things that she said.
It is definitely a double-edged sword. And Monique was saying a man's pride is his life, and that's true. But the sad part about that is, and this kind of goes back to some previous conversations we've had in the den, men are still human. They still have feelings. And even though the sad part about the way that we raise our boys is if something happens or whatever, we tell them to push their emotions and their feelings down. You know, don't show. We basically teach them to not show emotion about certain things,
not show weakness at all.
not show. But well, we tell them that showing certain emotions equals to weakness. But then when they get in a relationship with their woman or whoever, then it's like the woman is like, well, you're not, you know, you don't show emotion, you don't do this, you don't do that. Well, he's been taught not to his whole life. So it's like, what do you do? Like, why are we're now looking for them to have this emotion? And then on top of that, like you were just saying, there are some men that won't say, well, you know, what you said to me the other day, I ain't really like, it kind of hit me a certain way. It kind of hurt my feelings. Well, that shouldn't be counted as weakness. That should be that man telling that woman, listen, don't talk to me that way. I'm trying to tell you in a nice way. Don't say that. That should, he can tell you how to talk to him and how to treat him. Like, don't do that, ma'am. Just don't say the words.
Say don't do that, man.
Don't do
Monique
that.
say this
You
is
know,
why a woman.
but it shouldn't be.
Oh,
It shouldn't be seen as weakness for him to tell you how not to treat him.
Boundaries, and we learned this at the mental health retreat. Boundaries. One thing you definitely have to do is set boundaries. And you know, until I had my mental health retreat, I didn't understand that when somebody treated me a certain way and I didn't like it, I couldn't get mad because I didn't set a boundary with them.
Tell them, yeah.
So from since that retreat, I done set some boundaries with a whole bunch of people that don't like it right now. But I don't give a damn because now I have to let you know. And now that you know, so now when you do it, I can really get mad, or I can leave, or I could do whatever. But you know, all my life I've questioned, like, well, damn, why they do that to me? Don't they know I'm, you know, but they didn't know because I've never said it. I've never said, you're not going to talk to me this way. You're not going to treat me this way. I expect to be treated this way. I expect to be talked to this way. I expect this. I've never said those things to anybody. So until that mental health retreat, I was like, well, now I'm not. You remember me? I was like, I'm about to start setting a whole bunch of boundaries. I'm about to have a list. I got a whole list of names I'm about to start setting some boundaries with, because
you have to.
People just don't know. So you can't, and I didn't understand why I couldn't get mad. But like the therapist said, you can't get mad because you never told them.
You didn't tell them. They don't know.
You never told them how you wanted to be treated. You never told them what you're going to allow and what you're not going to allow.
Exactly.
So until you do that, you can't get mad at the way people talk to you, people treat you. That's your friends, your family, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. You cannot get mad. And I don't care if that's just like with me. Fortunately, I was fortunate enough to not have to set certain boundaries with my wife when we first met. But I mean, you know, we 25 years in, and I was like, I got to tell her this now. You don't know how they're going to go on, but you know, it's a new boundary.
Right.
You know, but if we don't do it, we just can't get mad. We just can't get mad, and we have to understand.
Monique said, what we allow, our Father will allow. What we bind, our Father will bind.
Amen. And you are so right about that.
Bound in heaven is bound on earth.
But the thing about it is, y'all, we don't know. We don't know to do that. I can't speak for everybody, but I wasn't raised to set boundaries. I was raised just to know it. I want to say it was a boundary, but it wasn't taught to me as a boundary, because I was raised to know how to treat myself and know how to treat others and know what I will allow from other people. So I was taught that, but it wasn't taught to me on a boundary aspect.
So it was taught to you you knew
I knew what I
but you never told anybody.
Never told anybody. You're absolutely correct.
My cousin just said, if we don't set boundaries, you're giving that person, telling that person it's okay to do how they do. So they just coming at you the way that they normally do. They don't know you got different rules. If you don't tell the folks I got rules over here, then they think they can come at you and just do what that's like if you let somebody stay with you. If you don't tell them these are the rules of the house, these are the boundaries. You don't do this, you don't do that, you don't cook my catfish, you don't cook my shrimp, you bring your own meat, you know. Then they'll go straight to your refrigerator, drink all your liquor, be looking crazy because the bar is empty. You know what I'm saying? Like, there were no boundaries.
Yeah, but so when you talk about like this video that the lady talked about, where this woman is asking for an emotionally intelligent man.
Yes.
So basically what she was saying was a whole lot of boundaries that you got to come with, because now he has to know how to sensitize his feelings and all of this stuff, you know. And like she said, a man will walk a woman right to the door if he feels like she's disrupting his peace. Or
And
not seen it.
And I don't blame him.
I've seen it, but what happens when he's disrupting her peace?
Well, she can walk him to the door. It goes both ways. But it seems like, especially these, not with our generation, but with this younger generation, their whole thing of, you know, where the men ask the women, well, what do you bring to the table? Well, bruh, what do you bring to the table? Like, what are we doing? But it's like the women have this expectation of certain things, and it's not based on life experiences, because they haven't lived long enough. It's like based on social media, they're looking at certain things that happen out here with these celebrities and whatnot, of, you know, what they show. This is how it is. This is what you're supposed to do. And it's like, okay,
but that's why she said, let's break it down.
Right. It's like, you want a man that can do this, and this. Okay. But what are you doing that will make him want to do that for you? And if that man that does all of this stuff gets with you, will he really like you once he figures out who you really are? Like, are you ready to, you know, present yourself? And you're enough, you're what he's looking for. Because if you ain't what he's looking for, then he's out. Him and all his money and everything else. He gone. Guess what? Because you not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Just you looking cute and you having curves ain't enough.
Though? What are you supposed to be doing? So because you are asking for these things from a man, and like she said, now you asking for this from this man, but you gotta be prepared to do the same thing. Right? But if this man is coming with all of these things, I feel like, and I can say for me as a woman, when I was dating men, if a man came to me with all these things and all the things that I wanted and all the things that I knew I was given, I probably wouldn't be married to B right now. But they don't always give you what you're giving them.
That's true.
You know, and you know what? I know social media plays a lot in these young folks' lives, but it's still on the parents and the upbringing. I'm sorry. It's still on the parents and the upbringing.
But you gotta
social
look at
media
the
does have
generation
a
of
larger presence, because we didn't have a lot of social media when we were coming up.
We had
social media was just happening. That's what MySpace days and all that way back.
But we were grown. We were grown then.
Yeah, we were.
We had no social media coming up as kids.
But
it was,
the thing
that was it.
I still feel like it's the parents though, because if you allow your child to have access to social media at a young age, then it has an influence. So for me, it goes back to the parents and the upbringing of your kids.
Definitely. But and the thing, I think the sad part is
Gen X, about it.
Gen X, we are the parents. It's us and it's the kids that we had probably at an early age.
It's the millennials and the Gen Z.
As far as like, because a lot of us, especially if we grew up with not that much, or if we grew up in a scenario where, you know, our lives was not exactly what we wanted it to be, we end up as parents with that attitude of, well, I'm gonna give my child everything I didn't have. But
we talked about that on one of the shows too.
We did. Okay. I'm just gonna talk to the audience. So some of us Gen X, and then, you know, a couple generations behind, we end up as parents, and we have that whole mentality of, I'm gonna give my children what I didn't have, but there's no real rules and regulations behind, I'm gonna give you what I didn't have. I'm not saying that that's across the board, because every household is different, but you have some parents that will, no matter what their child's grades look like, they will still give them the $300 shoes. They will still buy them the expensive clothes. They will still allow them to have the Xbox, the this, the that. There were no rules and regulations behind it. So then those same kids end up coming up with social media. So now they looking at social media on iPhone 17s. I know that hadn't come out yet. I'm just saying they always have the latest and greatest, no matter what their lives look like. And when I say their lives, I mean, as kids, your job is to get good grades. That's it. That's what you're supposed to do, and be respectful at home. But there are some parents that will go and get their kids the latest and greatest, no matter what they're doing at the house. That's teaching the kids, well, I don't have to really be a good human to get what I want, because my parents are going to spend their hard-earned money to get me what I want. And then that's when the entitlement builds up. So now you got a it started. So now you got a whole generation of entitled people that feel like no matter what. And again, it's not across the board, because I know for a fact my sisters and their husbands do not raise my nieces and nephews like that. They have rules and regulations, but there are some households where it doesn't matter. The kid can come home with straight F's, and they gonna still get the latest tennis shoe, whatever, the Yeezys, the whatever's popular. They got the iPhone, whatever the latest iPhone is. The parents are paying, you know, the phone is $1,000, and then you got it's like it started a very bad, what's the word I want to use? A cascade of bullshit. I'm just gonna say it like that, because now a lot of the kids don't know right from wrong. They don't understand why. Well, why can't I have the newest iPhone? Because you're in detention right now in school. But what that means? That means you're not doing your job, so you don't get the latest. You don't get anything. Like, gone are the days of taking the door off the room.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If the kid is not doing right, normally there was a parent, uncle or aunt, somebody take that screwdriver and undo the things and the doors, and you have no door. You have no privacy.
Yep.
Back in the day, everybody had phones plugged in the wall. Your phone got yanked out the wall. Now you have to just basically turn off the Wi-Fi or turn off somebody's phone or whatever to get the same results. But it's like there are a lot of households that have stopped doing that. So now you got these kids that are now in high schools, juniors, seniors, about to go in. They're about to be adults, and they have this mentality of entitlement because their parents. And now the parents are like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. But it's too late now. It's too late. They grown. You did it.
Miss Rose said very true, and that's why so many relationships fail. My sons wore Payless shoes until they were working to purchase the designer shoes and etc. Plus, you had to bring home excellent grades. Yes, the parents are rewarding their kids for nothing.
Bad behavior.
And well, I'm not gonna lie. I've had a job since I was 14 years old. I am 53. And I didn't buy my kids all name brand, but my kids did wear name brand clothes. I did the Payless sometimes, but they had the Nikes and the Converse, and they had all of those things because I always worked. I've always had 2 jobs. So I was able to buy those things for my kids, but I wasn't able to buy it all the time. But when I did buy it for them. But they did wear name brand clothes. They did, but they didn't have no cell phones and they didn't have all of those things. And my kids from young on up, you were rewarded when you brought home good grades, meaning you got money or you got a new watch or you got a new something, or you were able to here's some money. You can go out to the mall and eat with your friends. They had to do something to get those rewards. You're just not going to get no money, and you're not going to be able to go do what you want to do just because you want to do it. No, and if you don't clean up your damn room, you don't clean my kitchen and take the trash out, you still ain't getting nothing.
Exactly.
I don't care how good your grades are.
Exactly.
But you got to take care of the house just like you got to take care of the school. So you need to have good grades. You need to do your chores, and you need to be respectful in my house. And then you can get anything you want. And when I say anything you want, I mean anything you want when you're doing things like that.
Exactly. But it's like it's that, and I'm not talking about everybody. This is not applied. It's not a general across the board thing. But there are some folks out here that no matter what their kids, even if their kids do wrong, it's like, oh no, my little Ray Poopy wouldn't do that. Yes, he did. He did it. And you're still giving him the latest Yeezys. Like, he's out here holding people up. Like, what are we doing?
Monique say my grandson's illegitimate father purchased my grandson Balenciaga after he got suspended from school after getting caught trying to sell his dad's weed. I took my babies and filed for a TPO, but somehow things got switched. The manipulation, coercion is all training my babies how to manipulate. And you're right. And let me tell you something. One thing I do know, and especially as a medical professional, as a nurse, when I tell you we think these kids don't remember, and they don't pay attention, their little brains can hold some information.
Everything. Yes.
We be thinking these kids they ain't gonna remember that. Oh, he's just a baby. Yeah. Oh no, that's not the way it works, baby. They know. They remember. You know, my kids have told me that not bad things, but they have told me, Mama, you remember that day you was doing this and it wasn't a bad thing, but it's just like, you remember that?
The fact that they remembered it. Yes.
And he was 4. How the hell you remember that? You 32. How did you remember that?
Yes.
So we have to be mindful about what we do in front of our kids because their memories are sharp. We older, our memories the one that's going. When you're younger, it's when your brain is at the sharpest. It remembers. It takes photos. Your brain, man, the brain is a. Oh my God, it's an awesome
sponge. Yes,
It's an awesome vessel.
it is.
You know, people think I'm crazy when I talk about the human body as a nurse because I get so excited. Like it's just, man, the human body is just, oh my God, it's just such an awesome vessel, y'all. If you could learn,
Yes.
I know a lot of people don't like medicine, they don't like, but if you can learn about the human body and actually see some, man, let me tell y'all something. God
They are
created
living
something
machines.
just amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. But that brain as a kid, it stores stuff. And it stores stuff till sometimes you won't remember it until something triggers that memory, like a conversation.
Yep.
Or like a person, like if I was talking to somebody back then when my son was 4 and
Yeah.
he sees this person again, he's like, Mom, I remember way back when I was a little girl, when I was a little boy, you was talking to that same, it's things that'll trigger that memory that's been saved in that bank. So
Yep.
we just have to be careful about what we do in front of our kids because they remember.
They remember
They remember.
a lot.
Uh-huh.
They remember a lot.
Yeah, I can tell this one story about my mom. My mother was a school teacher,
Mhm.
and she found the little boy and the little girl under the steps. And now, mind you, my mother is teaching first grade. So the little boy and the little girl was laid down, and the little boy was giving the little girl head. Giving the little girl some head, y'all. First
it's
grade. Not
something
only
he
on
saw.
first grade, they what, 5, 4?
That's something he saw.
That's something he saw.
Yeah.
That's something he saw.
Yeah.
And my mom says she said she was so shocked, she just yelled, "Stop it." She didn't know what else to do. She said she froze for a second. This little boy was going, that is something he saw. So either his parents ain't keeping their room locked or they just don't give a damn.
They probably don't give a damn. There's some households where the stuff that we look at as the way you're supposed to do it, there's some people that's not how they live life. Like there's a whole nother world out there that just,
yeah, it is.
I prefer to stay naive to a certain extent. Like I know it exists, but I don't want to ever know the particulars.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
the way
definitely
certain
something
things
he
happen.
had to witness. That little boy wouldn't know to do that. Not at 4 or 5 years old.
Yes. Yes.
And then wait, and then another thing, they had movie days, so they allowed the kids to bring in VHS. Same kid brought a movie in. What is it, with Beauty and the Beast? Back then you could tape over any VHS, right?
Yes.
Why the mama and the boyfriend, daddy, whoever it was, had them taped over the Beauty and the Beast and made a sex tape.
See what I'm talking about? See?
So they banned the kids from bringing in movies, and then the teachers had to bring in movies. And what the school did was started ordering movies for the kids. They didn't allow the kids to bring in movies no more. But you have these kids, man, you got to pay attention. These babies, they taking snapshots. They ain't doing it, they brain doing it. And it probably has happened. It had to happen often. Because how would this little boy know what to do? And the poor little girl, she looked so confused. So he must have just talked her into just laying down, and she was looking so confused. So, but do you know the trauma that little boy has caused that little girl?
Well, look, what about the trauma that whatever has caused him? Like whatever he saw, that's now etched into his brain.
Yeah.
Like this is how life is supposed to be at 5.
Yeah.
That's what he's thinking at 5, when he should be wondering what's the latest color in the 64 box of Crayola.
Right.
Like, he's thinking about that because
Yeah.
based on what his parents or his mama, whoever,
Yeah.
has
They're
shown him.
doing. Yeah.
So now, but think about that. Now that's him going all the way into life. That's his upbringing. That's his foundation. Then you end up with somebody like dude that's cussing at the kid.
Right.
Go clean her motherfucking room. You know what I'm saying? It's funny to a certain extent, but it's like then they grow up.
Right.
And then after a while, it's like, okay, well, what was his upbringing? Because now I want to know the dude. He said he was sneaking in his parents' porn collection. I think it's bigger than that. I think
it's got to be. It's definitely
because
bigger
let me
than
tell you
that.
something. Like, you know, I would sneak and try to watch cable TV back in the day and see what was available as far as in the porn stuff. And my mom never had she never had videos, but oh Lord, I probably shouldn't say that. I should never mind. I'm just saying.
Don't you be talking about mama.
I can't talk about mama. I can just say, because I was a nosy kid.
Mama ain't on here tonight, so you good.
I was nosy and I found some stuff.
Yeah.
But that didn't make me like this crazy individual, because it wasn't something that my mom was teaching me.
Right.
With this kid doing this in elementary school, that means that it was something that was being in his face, taught to him on a regular basis. Because it ain't no way that some kid, he sneaks in his porn collection, and all of a sudden, oh, let me go. I'm gonna go tell Trimethea to lay down and pull her panties down. Like,
yeah, right.
It's something way more to that.
It's something way more than that. It's something way more than that. But you know, it all has a lot to do with parenting, upbringing, respect.
Yes.
And setting boundaries. So every topic we talked about tonight, it all goes together, because it's about respect for adults and respect for yourself. It's about boundaries, and it's about watching what you do in front of your kids, teaching your kids morals, values, and just having great parenting skills, period. Yep. Yeah, he had to. I don't think he saw it on the video.
Yeah, it was in person.
He seen this in person.
It was in person. That wasn't a video.
Yeah. My mom said, he saw this in person.
He saw that in person.
Yeah. But you know, again, these kids absorb everything. Why do you think they tell women, when you're pregnant, play music, put earphones around your belly, talk to your
classical
baby,
music.
Talk to your baby, because they understand, they hear you, they recognize.
Yes.
That's why when babies come out and people are talking, they gonna look to the voice that they heard.
Because they've heard it.
Recognize. They implant those voices into their brain, into their head, and when they hear them, when they're out in the world, they be like, oh my God, I heard that voice. Is that my mommy and my daddy? You know, whatever. They can put it together.
I'm gonna tell you.
But that's why when babies don't know you and you come around, that's why they be looking like, who the woman?
I'm gonna tell you a true story. This was back when we were like 1920-ish. One of the young ladies that we used to all go out hanging, clubbing together, and she got pregnant. She was, and she would still go with us to the club. So we out there, and we at the different clubs, whatever. When her daughter was born, the only thing that would calm her down
was music.
Rap music. She would be
believe it.
crying, and she had to put that on and rock her near the speaker because we were in the clubs. She in the clubs with a belly. All that water and stuff, what does it do? It magnifies sound.
Mhm.
All she got Luke Skywalker, she got Too Short, she got
Oh Lord, yeah. Back in the
Caribbean
day, that was
music,
Big Daddy
she
Kane and
got
all them. Oh
Louisiana
yeah.
bounce, she got everything because we
Mm.
were out there, and she still came with us. So yeah, anything that's happening in that womb, that baby hears, and it implants on them. It makes an
Mhm.
impression, and so
Mhm.
yeah, going forward,
And that's another reason why they say read to your baby too, while your
yes,
baby's still in your belly.
yes,
You start forming words with them, and they,
yes.
man, let me tell you something. Is the brain is an awesome vessel. That's all I can say. It's just an awesome vessel. It soaks up everything.
Let me tell you something about my brain that had happened to me long while back. And if Kia's still on here, she was a kid then. I don't know if she would even kind of remember this. But right before I actually got married, this was right before I got married. Somehow or another, I developed meningitis.
Mm.
I almost died. So I'm sitting around, my brain, I don't realize that that's what's going on. I got these migraine headaches, never had migraines before. So my brain is doing this because I got meningitis, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I finally was able to go into the hospital, they did the spinal tap, you know the whole thing that goes along with that. My brain was slowly going down. As of 25, age of 25, I started having to wear glasses. I put my glasses on, all of a sudden, I didn't need them. Eyes back to 2020. As my brain is going down, it had gotten to a certain size.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that had ever happened to me in life, if you asked me about it, I could tell you immediately.
Wow.
As soon as my brain got all the way down to the size that it was supposed to be based
Supposed
on,
to be, yeah.
I had to put my glasses back on, and and my memory went back to shit. Like, it's like, okay, well, I can't remember. But literally,
yeah.
at a certain point, I didn't need my glasses. And if you ask me anything, it came to me like that. So when you
just know that it's not gone, it's gonna take just something to trigger it.
But what I'm saying, like that, but that's what I mean. I didn't need a trigger.
Yeah.
I didn't need a trigger. Everything was right there. And so I'm just like, we're talking about the way the human body is. Like, we're a living machine.
We are.
We are a living machine. Like, our body can literally reset itself and restart. If something happens, it can reset itself, and we can probably go. It'll be a coma to us, but it's our body recharging, resetting to bring us back. To do what we need to continue doing what we need to do. But if math was my thing, I definitely would have been in medicine, because the human body is so freaking interesting. It's so many things that we will never touch. We'll never, and they out here, they got clones. I don't care what nobody say. Jamie Foxx is not Jamie Foxx. I don't care what you say. It's a clone. But anyway, they're already doing clones.
Oh, you believe that? V says that too.
Yes. Listen, I'm gonna say this. I bet you we will never see Jamie Foxx on stage singing again.
Well, if they cloned him, his clone should be able to sing.
No, not necessarily. Have we seen him singing anywhere?
No, but so you really think it's a clone? No, he's not.
Yes.
That's Jamie.
Yes. His whole facial structure is totally different.
It is.
He don't even look, and somebody tried to argue with me on social media and say, well, when you've been sick, I was like, sir, I have been that sick. Your face, your bones in your face do not change because you've been sick. You might gain weight, you might lose weight, but your facial structure, your body structure stays the same. That is not Jamie Foxx, and we will never see him sing again. I promise you that. Promise you that. Now they might come get you if y'all don't see your girl after this. Y'all know they came and got me in the black suits. Y'all know they came and got me. I'm just telling you, it's certain people like the stuff. And the crazy thing is, I don't even want to get into because I was raised in a church and never mind. So anyway, it's some stuff out here that's going on that they don't want us to know about. And a lot of folks do know about it and can't speak on it because they don't want the repercussions. But I'm just saying,
think about what?
Everything like it's it's 59. It's not. We out of time. We out of time.
Listen, everybody. I have not gotten a good look at Jamie Foxx since he's been okay.
I promise you.
My wife seems to feel like Jamie Foxx died and that's a clone, and he's not. That's not him. So she feels that way. I haven't really looked at him, but you know, it is what it is. You know, they cloning people. These AIs are taking over. We don't know who is who. Y'all don't even know if this me y'all talking to. It might be my AI.
Look, no, that's you. That's you. And Tupac ain't dead. I'm just gonna say it. I'm done. I'm saying it. I said it. Tupac ain't dead. He out there.
Well, listen, everybody. We thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Would you guys please go over and follow Monique Walker's page at We Gotta Do Better?
Yes.
Better, not better. We Gotta Do Better on Facebook. So please, please, please go follow her page. We Gotta Do Better on Facebook and read up on her story.
We gotta do. We haven't had Monique on the show.
No, we need to have her on. Another thing that I wanted to say, we kind of missed today, but there were 3 holidays today. It was National Higher Education Day. It was National D-Day, which we don't want to talk about. And it was National Drive-In Movie Day. So hopefully you guys got to do a drive-in movie today. If not, you can catch it tomorrow. But those were some national holidays that we're going to share with you guys. But what I do want to say that tomorrow is National Donut Day, and Krispy Kreme is giving away 1 free glazed donut tomorrow. So make your way over to Krispy Kreme and get your free donut tomorrow. It is National Donut Day, and it is National Chocolate Ice Cream Day. I do not eat chocolate at all. On ice cream.
Yeah.
But so spread the word, you know, for those people who are watching their girlish figures. Here's your opportunity to go off your diet and get your free Krispy Kreme donut all day tomorrow.
Okay, and
because
if you
tomorrow
in Texas,
is National, I get to get 4 donuts because I have a birthday coupon where I get 3 free glazed plus I get my 1 free glaze because it's National Donut Day. So you better believe I'm getting my 4 donuts tomorrow.
If you in Texas, go to Shipley's. Please go to Shipley's. Please go to Shipley's Donuts.
Who is Shipley's?
Please Donuts in Texas. If that's where you at for National Donut Day, go to Shipley's.
And believe it or not, it's probably more places that are giving away free donuts because it's National Donut Day. I'm gonna do some research and I will post it. I will post it on the Ladies Den page. But I'm a Krispy Kreme girl, so that's why I'm advertising to them. Go get your hot glazed donut in the morning and get your little cup of coffee or whatever. Look at her. But and hey, what is it? What's the other one? Dunkin' Donuts. You get a free donut tomorrow with them too. But any other donut places, I don't know. But enjoy your donut. Enjoy your National Chocolate Ice Cream Day. And yeah. Y'all go
ready
get
for
that sugar. You're gonna need it.
That
You're gonna
I'm
need
ready
it.
for. That I'm ready for. Give me some shots
Let me
of ice cream.
see.
Get some Bluebell.
Any special holidays that's coming up before we come back next Thursday?
Anything else? Any
The only thing is Monday is National Egg Roll Day. Go out and get yourself a good old egg roll next Monday. We're gonna start posting some of these things on our page. We try to keep up with the holidays that are going on through the different months. Especially if it's like lupus and stuff like that. We definitely try to keep up with those things. But we like to have fun with some of the daily holidays too. So Monday is National Egg Roll Day. It's also National Iced Tea Day on Monday.
Hey, I can do iced tea. Yeah.
So it's National Iced Tea Day and National Egg Roll Day on Monday. Tomorrow is National Donut Day, and Saturday is National Best Friends Day.
Oh.
So call up your best friend on Saturday. Tell them how much you love them, how much you miss them. It is National Best Friends Day on Saturday. Sunday is National Donald Duck's Day.
Okay.
And National Children's Day on Sunday. So I'm gonna post these holidays on the Ladies Den page. And then Monday is National Iced Tea Day and National Egg Roll Day. So go out and get yourself some egg rolls, some nice cold brew of tea. And we will see you guys on next Thursday. I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but we'll come up with something before then. Hopefully we'll have a guest on next week, but we'll let you know. So make sure to go follow us on Facebook at The Ladies Den, Instagram at The Ladies Den 2023, and please go subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Ladies Den Podcast, and we will see you next Thursday.
It's Thursday night, they at it again. You got it locked into The Ladies Den. It's Lady K, Kiki too, plus the Bayou Diva. You know how they do. From breaking news to favorite foods, she was popping in the city. Hot topics too. Advice for your issues if you need to grab a tissue. Just wait till a break. They may say something that'll fit you. Amazing guests live on set. You can laugh to your heart's content. They appreciate the love because it's truly a blessing. My name's Saga Boss and I approve this message.
Ain't no room for hating. Enjoy the entertainment. You are locked in to the Ladies Den. So there's no confusion. They love what they do. You are locked in to the Ladies Den.
The Ladies Den, Thursday nights, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell them Saga sent you.